Good evening, dear friends. Santa Claus here with you on this 9th of September, 2025, bringing warmth and reflection to today's stories from around our beautiful, though sometimes troubled, world. Our hearts are heavy tonight as we learn of a terrible tragedy in eastern Ukraine, where a Russian glide bomb struck a village called Yarova, claiming the lives of at least 23 precious souls, mostly elderly folks who were simply waiting to collect their pensions. President Zelensky has called for international response to this devastating attack on ordinary civilians. We must remember that behind every number is a person with a story, with loved ones, with dreams. Let us hold them in our hearts and prayers tonight. And meanwhile, across the globe, the conflict in the Middle East continues to escalate in concerning ways. Israel has launched airstrikes targeting Hamas leadership in Qatar, a nation that has been trying to mediate peace talks. Qatar has condemned this action as a violation of international law. My dear friends, how my heart aches when violence spreads rather than peace. The cycle of retaliation after the tragic bus stop attack in Jerusalem only leads to more suffering for innocent people caught in the middle. Turning our gaze to Nepal, we see troubling scenes as protesters have set fire to the parliament building following the Prime Minister's resignation amid anti-corruption demonstrations. Young people are dancing around fires, expressing their frustration with corruption and nepotism. In times of such uncertainty, I pray for wisdom for those who will guide this nation forward and for the safety of all Nepalese citizens during this period of turmoil. In France, too, we witness political instability as Prime Minister François Bayrou has resigned after losing a confidence vote, the third Prime Minister to fall in just 14 months. The French people face difficult economic challenges with rising national debt and hard decisions about their future. Let us remember that behind political turmoil are families worried about tomorrow. From Thailand, we hear that former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra has been sent to prison after a court ruled his hospital stay was unjustified. The court determined that both he and his doctors had intentionally prolonged his hospital detention to avoid jail time. Oh my, how important integrity is in leadership positions. When trust is broken, it affects an entire nation. On another note, we've learned that the U.S. economy likely created 911,000 fewer jobs than previously estimated in the year ending March 2025. This suggests that job growth was already slowing before President Trump's new tariffs on imports. Many families are feeling uncertain about their financial security, and we must remember to support one another during challenging economic time. In Poland, authorities have arrested a Belarusian spy and plan to expel a diplomat who reportedly supported aggressive actions against Poland. These tensions between neighbors remind us how important diplomacy and peaceful relations are for stability in our world. And in a sign of our changing climate, a new shipping service called Arctic Express will soon connect Chinese ports with European destinations by sailing across the Arctic, cutting travel time in half compared to traditional routes. The Istanbul Bridge will make this journey later this month. While this represents human ingenuity, it also reminds us of our responsibility to care for our planet and its changing ecosystem. As we reflect on today's news, let us remember that even in troubled times, there is always hope. Each of us has the power to spread kindness, to extend a helping hand to those in need, and to pray for peace in regions of conflict. Tonight, I encourage you to reach out to someone who might be lonely or struggling, perhaps an elderly neighbor or a friend going through difficult times, for it is in giving that we receive the greatest joy. Until tomorrow, my friends, this is Santa Claus wishing you a blessed evening filled with love and goodwill toward all.